Stadium. As the official salute-to-service partner of Madden and the NFL, USAA is proud to serve the military community and their families. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
And this will be a Panthers first down as he is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Quick hitting slant there. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 43, here's second and 8. Out of the gun, Ward. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was it around, but it falls incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Ward. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Steeler first down.
That's good.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On 1st and 10. Ward. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a pickup of 6.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 4. Ward to throw again. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Loss on the play.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal.
Jason Myers on for the field goal.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Lynch, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. They'll bring this up to the 22. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Downfield, he's got the big target, Jennings. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 Pittsburgh. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead.
Steelers 7, Panthers nothing. Jason Myers set to kick off.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Jim Ray DK now to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Travel start on the ground. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 38-yard line.
One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we're back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Panthers football to begin this second quarter. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Stafford now on 3rd down. Open receiver is Marshall. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
33 yards on the play.
A big play for the Panthers. 33 yards. 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
That's going to be intercepted. The Steelers are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down. Ward. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, here's Ward. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. To throw is Ward. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Now he's free at the 35. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, they get the running back out of the backfield, and Greg, we find him in the end zone, a touchdown pass.
Mike, we call those short throw, long run. It's every quarterback's dream. He's able to get the ball out of his hand to his intended target. And in this case, this guy, he does the rest.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Now he'll air one out. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Panther 1st down.
It's Stafford throwing from the pistol. And deep to the back of the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. His throw left side is complete, and it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Panthers. Oh, the teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Ward. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To the ground. He'll get the gain. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
On first down, it's Ward. Checking it down, this one is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a first down.
At the 22-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now a toss play, running left. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll turn and hand this one off. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap for Wolf. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. The Panthers will take their first timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be intercepted into the hands of Myles Garrett. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Steelers take over.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball. And what a way to close out the half, Mike. They essentially stole 3 points right before the break, and I think that's something they can build on at halftime and give them some positive momentum coming out for the second half.
On the return, it's Jim Dike. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, here's Ward. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Ward. The throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get 16 on that connection. That's a Steeler first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Now give on the ground. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle.
Trayvon Merrick on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. A toss left side, caught by And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Flush to his right. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Third and 10. He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to air this one out. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the Hall of Famer, Darrelle Revis. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Jason Myers set to
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Right back to the air following that pick 6. He's going to be marked down up around the 33. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air again on second and 10. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's incomplete. Daring ball on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown, Carolina.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Now the point after drop from Myers. He's got it. And the Panthers have taken the lead by a point here in the third.
Panthers 21, Steelers 20. Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Room to run at the 35. Still going. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Myers, good on the extra point. So, 3 quarters now in the books. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. He'll get across the 20, welcome down to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Forces his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
Middle they go. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Here's a run. To the 5-yard line.
Eric Dickerson, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. They'll go with him again. And he's into the end zone yet again. Eric Dickerson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Makes the score Steelers 34, Panthers 21.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This one taken at the 10. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Stafford now to throw on first down. That one taken in. That's McMillan.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Stafford now on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Throwing again is Stafford. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A pickup of 21 on that connection. It's a Carolina first down. To the air again, Stafford. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. McMillan was the intended receiver. It's second down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. So time becoming a factor, down 2 scores. They do have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, though. Stafford to throw again. Inside the 10, it is caught. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal. They'll drop to throw. A dive, but he let him too much. It's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there.
Leads to second
and it'll lead to a second and goal. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And he'll take this down to the 2, but a good tackle there. Going to set up third and goal. Again, it's Stafford. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. He's to midfield, inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, my defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick six.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 3.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point
He's going to try to do it himself. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
21.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Stafford. He completes it to Marshall.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on
It's a
down.
turnover on downs.
Now a run on 1st down. Finding space at the 15. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play. And results in a big touchdown.
Makes the score, Steelers 47, Panthers 21. Jason Myers.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
Stafford now on first down. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
So at this point in the game, Mike, offensively, I think for the offensive coordinator and the quarterback and everyone, they're just trying to build on something. Can you generate an explosive play? Can you bring just a little bit of energy to the huddle and to the sideline? Because throughout most of this game, not a whole lot's gone right.
He'll let one go down the middle. And that final throw here is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night.